if I'm replying, so generally it's from the team, because it might be Andrea, my VA, it might be me, it might be one of the other people that work for me. So I just say, look, let's just call it the team, because it might be me as well. But if you haven't got auto replies set up and that message comes through, then reply as though it's an auto reply with the thank you so much for contacting us here at whatever your business name is or your name. So thank you so much for contacting Geraldine Headley. It's fabulous that you're putting your health first. Please email any questions, or you might say, book an appointment. Here's the link. We really look forward to seeing you soon. The team or something. And that way, although it's coming through from your private messenger with your face on it, they're seeing something else. They're seeing an auto reply from a bot. Hello and welcome. Mentoring with Geraldine is a bite-sized practitioner podcast for naturopaths, nutritionists, herbalists, and practitioners. This podcast responds directly to your needs, the needs of the practicing natural therapist. With interviews, herbal discussions, something business and something clinical each week, you'll get the variety you need and enjoy to stay motivated in practice. Hello everyone, and welcome to Mentoring with Geraldine and the Bite Size Podcast. How the devil are you? So the month of March is really exciting for me. I'm really excited about the 27th and the workshop that I am slowly but surely creating. I've already had people book into it, which means that if we had a lot of people, I might make it bigger and longer. Who knows? So what we're talking about through the month of March was that one-liner that I got from one of my mentees. And today I'm going to talk about boundaries. Now, we've talked about boundaries before, but these are specifically, I feel, I'm going to talk about within the consult itself. So when we see our clients, they, like anybody and everybody, need to know where the boundaries start and where they finish. So when my clients come to see me, they will have already filled in a lot of paperwork, right? So they've already filled in all of that, the tick boxes. Have you got epilepsy? Have you got heart failure? Have you got this, that, and the other thing? But they've also filled in confidentiality agreements. They've also filled in everything. They've done lots of pre-work. And within that, I've already set some boundaries. At that first appointment, their reminder email says that they need to change within 24 hours or they will be charged. So they're getting these messages all the time. I have an automated follow-up email that everybody gets, whether you're a mentee, whether you're a client, doesn't matter. Everyone gets, because I book everything through Acuity. So then there's a follow-up, how was that email? And within that email, it says, is there anything you need to reply to me about that you didn't understand? Otherwise, save the questions for the follow-up consult. So I'm setting boundaries very early on. And then there's boundaries that we can create using our own technology. So iPhone have just changed from a really simple notification setting to some focus setting, which I still haven't really got my head around. But it does mean that from 5 p.m, apparently, anything through business won't come through. How it knows it's business, I don't know. Work, I should say. But things for anything from private stuff, 8 p.m, that's it. But I already have other boundaries as well, in that no unknown phone numbers can get through to me. So lots of people answer every single call because they're worried they're going to miss the client. My message says, I'm really sorry I haven't missed your call, and please leave a message. And I'm filtering all my calls. I will call you straight back if you're a real person, not a telemarketer. So give my number a ring, have a listen. And I have been told that it's a nice comment, that it's a nice answer machine message, but it saves me a lot of time and it sets my boundaries again. It sets boundaries for me as well, because I don't get interrupted when I'm working. So, I'm batching podcasts at the moment because I'm finding the month of March very exciting, as I said. There's a lot going on for me. I've got my new mentees in the Graduate Mastery Program, so that's really exciting for me, helping them and supporting them with developing their consults and their business. We've got Coming up, we've got conducting confident consults, so on the 27th, which is again really exciting because we all know, the holy grail of a successful wellness practice is recurring clients. Yeah. And we want to feel more confident in practice so that they do keep coming back. So we've got lots of boundaries we have to set in place so that they know when to come back. They know how to come back. They know what to bring with them. And we have to understand that if they don't manage to do something, because people don't, things happen. You might ask them to do a diet diary for a week and then, they end up eating out every night and they choose not to do it because they say, well, that's not the norm. It's just, it was a wedding week or something. So we have to really work to our clients and work to their boundaries as well and what they're capable of doing. But as long as they know with us where they need to start, what the stop is, the fact that you're not going to be replying to them at the weekend, that you're not there on Messenger for them, that if they do message you on Messenger, that you just reply, you have an auto reply. If you haven't got an auto reply, you write one that sounds like an auto reply. Remember, auto replies can be created in the moment. So, don't think, oh, they've already seen I've answered it. That's fine. Mate, it was your bot that answered it or your VA. So, I know a lot of people who will create a name for, and they'll, if I'm replying, so generally it's from the team. Because it might be Andrea, my VA, it might be me, it might be one of the other people that work for me. So I just said, look, let's just call it the team because it might be me as well. But if you haven't got auto replies set up and that message comes through, then reply as though it's an auto reply with the thank you so much for contacting us here at whatever your business name is or your name. So thank you so much for contacting Geraldine Headley. It's fabulous that you're putting your health first. Please email any questions or you might say, book an appointment. Here's the link. We really look forward to seeing you soon. The team or something. And that way, although it's coming through from your private messenger with your face on it, they're seeing something else. They're seeing an auto reply from a bot. Okay, and we can have auto replies from bots on Instagram. We can have them on Facebook. We can have them on any system we want to use. And it is okay to say to people, book in the appointment and that you're not answering in that system. And because they need to know those boundaries. They don't know unless you tell them. So, and if they're upset by that, then they're probably not your ideal client anyway, because your ideal client, yes, wants to learn from you, but they also want to implement from their learnings. So they just want to keep questioning. And if they are continuously questioning, or all your clients are continuously questioning, then you probably need to look at you and go, what is it that makes them think this is okay? How am I working that makes them feel it's okay to keep messaging me or constantly emailing me, that they won't accept that I've said I'm not available outside of these working hours, or that I reply on a Friday. So set up those auto emails, those auto bot replies, the message on your answer machine, because we are so busy. We are constantly interrupted. And when we're constantly interrupted, we don't get the work done we want to get done. So for you, set up those boundaries with your client, but make them vocal even within the first appointment. So in the first appointment, I go through all the 24 hours, cancellation, things like that. But I also say to them things like, if you refer someone else, you'll get a free appointment. Because by the time that person's ready to refer, they're really happy and they're probably pretty easy to deal with. So I might talk about that in another podcast. I'll go more deeply into how I do that coming up. But for right now, really think about those boundaries. How can you implement those boundaries in a kind and useful way that's polite? Yes. You must not use the word sorry. Sorry, I can't. You can say sorry, I can't take your call, but you can't apologize all of the time for things. All right. Women over apologize. Canadians apparently over apologize. So we really need to think about how we're wording, what we're wording, and making sure that we're not making that the person who's contacted you either think that you don't want to hear from them, that you're too busy, that they are unnecessary and they're annoying, whatever we've led them to believe. But we also want them to know that they come back at the right time and those questions will be answered. So, rather than saying, sorry, can you say thank you? Thank you for calling. I'm sorry I can't get to the phone right now. Thank you for emailing me. I look forward to reading your email on Friday when I go through all of my emails. So I go through my promotions folder and spam and everything else approximately once a week, and usually on a Thursday. So think about setting up some systems with yourself so that you're able to really productively use your time. You're able to clear out inboxes. I mean, no one gets to inbox zero. Don't even think about inbox zero. It's just something that people who are clearly more organized than the rest of the world use. The rest of us don't need to be at inbox zero. Really think about how we work with our systems and within the expectations realm, within those boundaries, and how we can firm them up a bit, make them work for us, and support us in what we do. Thanks so much for joining me today. Don't forget to rate, review, and subscribe to the podcast for the weekly episodes. If you'd like even more support and learning, then the Academy is for you. Here you'll find part 2 of the herbal discussions, more clinical learning, and case studies to support your clients in practice. Bye for now.